Nate and Natty's story is really important because it demonstrates that anybody can be an entrepreneur.
Even if you don't have a technical background, you can make your own prototype. You can pick up a book, you can learn how to code, and you can do it yourself. And when you can do it yourself, you prove to yourself and the world that you can make great things happen.
Everlater is the best way to record and share your travel experience, whether that's photos, stories, reviews. It's a single place to record everything that you've done and then share it to all your family and friends.
Oh boy, can't you see your name in the lights that shine right through the rain?
I met Nate when I was 3. We went to preschool together in Boulder. Nate and I have known each other for 27 years. Nate was my first friend. Fortunately, not only friend.
Our first interaction was him convincing me to push rocks up my nose.
The fact that they were born, at the same time and have spent their whole lives together is interesting.
I'm pretty sure that's me. Who else could it be, I guess?
We both independently got the big city itch, totally coincidentally took jobs in Wall Street.
There we were in New York City, 2 kids from Boulder. We had a ton of fun in the city. We decided, hey, we had just spent 100 hours a week working in a cube. Let's try to go out and see the world for a little bit. So we both quit and decided to travel.
Nate and Natty were 2 guys working on Wall Street in cushy, lucrative jobs, and they left. They want to do something important and different. They took risk.
The most important thing for me is just seeing different things that I'm not used to. I think it really builds my awareness of the world.
Broadening your experience and experiencing new things stretches you in ways and matures you in ways that you just can't get in your daily routine.
And it's just exhilarating to get out of your comfort zone and see what's out there.
We are sailing between Colombia and Panama through the Caribbean Sea on a 40-foot sailboat. And the idea for Everlater just kind of came to us. It was really hard to record and share our travel experiences, and there had to be a better way out there. And thus, Everlater was born.
So we decided, let's move home, let's try to solve this problem.
We came home from traveling, moved into our parents' basement.
And then you add all the content to those segments. And fortunately for us, that happened to be in Boulder, Colorado. We had no idea how phenomenal of an entrepreneurial scene there is here. It was total luck for us. My parents were super supportive.
Each parent would, adopt us for the day.
Nate and I had only one way to build the company since we didn't have any money, and that was to teach ourselves how to program.
Learning to code was one of the more difficult things I've done in my life. We didn't really have a textbook. We were learning in Ruby in 2008.
So a few months into Everlater, we stumbled across a fantastic developer named Ryan, who ended up joining our company and joining the team really early on. He was really passionate about the product.
There was no barriers to them. They just said they were going to do it. And I think it's tremendously inspirational for anybody out there who thinks that maybe I should start my own company.
Mark is one of the best people I met. It started off as a business relationship, and I ended up with a really good friend that I'm going to have for the rest of my life. We heard about Techstars because we'd been in Boulder and heard all this buzz. We have to be a part of this.
Techstars, we say team, 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 market progress idea all the time. And to me, team, team, team was a little bit incomplete, but I really liked them as people. And then when I saw that nothing was going to stop them from getting the product out into the world and they were going to make their team better by learning how to code, that really completed the team element for me.
We had no idea what we were in for, but it seemed like it was going to be a really big deal.
They built their own product for 2 finance guys. That's actually really impressive. They were doing selling, they were doing coding, they were doing business.
Everlater really excelled at building genuine relationships with their mentors.
The other person that really bears note in the Everlater story is Seth Levine. He was one of our lead mentors throughout Techstars along with Jason Mendelson. And we ended up striking up a friendship road biking with Seth.
This is my dream life. Riding 2 times a day.
Working with great mentors.
Working with great mentors.
So we gave Nate and Natty a term sheet right after demo day. But I knew I was going to invest in Everlater the day I met them.
Our expectations for demo day were that we're going to have thousands of users. It was going to be this huge success, but then reality struck.
We threw open the doors and we got a little spike, and then basically it was right back to the grindstone.
One of the really important lessons that both Nate and Natty learned in the Techstars program was around how business model can truly affect your company. If we do X, Y, and Z, and every one of those things is going to generate X amount of revenue, and our funnel looks like this, how many people do we actually need to come to the website? And what they learned is that their business actually wasn't feasible.
We had an awesome website, but we were having a huge struggle getting people to come to our site.
We had the best product out there, but we had a really hard time driving usage and distribution.
We definitely had an evolution where at the same time we realized we couldn't get very good distribution on our consumer product, we also noticed that people were using it for tours.
2 years after graduating from Techstars, we evolved or pivoted to become a B2B company, and we launched a product called Concourse, which enabled tour companies to tap into the social graph of their travelers by enabling them to blog about their travel experience.
Right as we were about to start raising another round, we got a great acquisition offer from AOL.
AOL acquired Everlater really for two reasons. One is that they had a great product that fit into the technology ecosystem that we're trying to build, and the other is that there was a great team of people that really have done wonders for our organization.
AOL and MapQuest acquired Everlater. It's Halloween 2012. That the deal closed and we officially became part of MapQuest. We were really excited about joining MapQuest as a company. We thought there was huge room for improvement, and it was a way to take our product, which we had worked so hard on, and roll it out at scale to millions and millions of users.
You are familiar with the legendary gold shirt.
When it was announced that the company had been acquired, it was actually at a FounderCon, so we had all of the alumni there. And they got their yellow shirt.
I mean, this is an awesome community. We feel fortunate to be a part of it, and however we can help anyone in here, we're totally down to do that. We certainly didn't do this ourselves. We have an awesome team, really good investors. Techstars was instrumental too.
Nate and Natty have continued to come back and support Techstars by continuing that cycle of mentorship and sharing the mistakes that they made early on.
Starting a company is really like a marathon. Like, it's a long process.
Critical thing for me and for Nate is to give back to the community, and I think that giving back is really critical and has been a key to our success.
There's something about them that makes you want to be around them.
As part of the acquisition, we all went to work for MapQuest, which is owned by AOL.
Nate and I took on a larger role in the company and are now responsible for the whole product organization at MapQuest. We've really been able to take on a powerful role in this really phenomenal organization. Nate and I take the bus to Denver every morning.
I am extremely excited about the future of MapQuest.
The technology has been amazing, but really, I can't say enough about what Nate and Natty, Ryan and Eric have done for the culture here. I mean, it's really just been amazing, the progress that we've seen over the last 6 months.
It's super important to travel just because the worlds that we build for ourselves can become quite insulated, and there's a huge world out there of different cultures, different things to see, different things to eat, different things to do, and to see those things, I think, makes you a more well-rounded person, that the way you live is not the way that everyone lives. And we should be really aware. It makes people more accommodating to others, makes people kinder, and I think that's something we need across the world.
Get back to work.